Assalamualaikum and greetings to my beloved lecturer Dr. Maria. Today, I would like to share my personal belief about the teaching and learning video focusing on three main points which are issue, strength, and weakness. We are going to start with the issue. After going through the teaching and learning video, there is an issue that I would like to highlight, which is the classroom management by the teacher. It clearly shows that the teacher was unable to control the classroom and the students' behavior. When the teacher was conducting the activity at the front of the class, we can clearly see that the students at the back were talking and kept making noises, but the teacher did not notice it. She kept focusing on the activity even though the situation in the classroom was a bit disruptive. Bad behavior should never go unchecked in a classroom or students will become hard-headed. Instead, teachers should have creative ways to deal with this kind of behavior, such as unwarranted class disruptions, to show others that such behavior isn't acceptable. Classroom discipline and management may be among the most difficult challenges for teachers, particularly for beginning teachers. Moving on to the next point, which is strength. I also found strength that the teacher has, which is an excellent communication skills, which allow them to convey complex ideas to students in simple terms and language. In this video, we can see that the teacher has a very good communication skills when she gave the instructions to the student. Just by using a simple instruction, the students are able to understand the task that was given to them. This proven that teachers with good communication skills always make things easier and understandable. In other words, teachers with good communication skills will help the students to understand the lesson easier. Students are able to understand what is right and what is wrong because it totally depends upon the communication skills of teachers which they adopt in the classroom. Clear and consistent communication of expectations, rules, and guidelines establishes a structured learning environment where students feel secure and understand the boundaries. When the teachers have excellent communication skills, it will help the students to understand the subject no matter how confusing it is. The better teachers' communication skills, the more effectively students can perform in the task. In turn, students will make more academic progress. Based on the observation on the learning and teaching video, I also discovered that the teacher seems to have a few weaknesses, but I will only highlight one in this presentation, which is time management. She took too much time doing the activity. I can clearly say that she was only focusing on conducting the activity throughout the whole video. I understand that interactive learning is an important part of teaching, but she's supposed to make it shorter and continue the teaching and learning session with the clearer lesson plans or objectives. As you make your lesson plans, be realistic about how long each activity will take to complete and mark it down in your notes. If you do note estimated times for activities in your lesson plans, you will be able to determine what you will be able to cover each class period. Sometimes, class activities often do not take the amounts of time you expect, so be prepared to either fill in a few minutes at the end of class or cut an activity out of your plan and shift it to your next class period. Learning can become mundane and boring when it's the same or regurgitated contents. As such, teachers should spice up each day's learning experience by setting the tone for an exciting day from the minute lesson start. This way, students will remain excited and expectant throughout the day. As the conclusion, teaching and learning process can be defined as a transformation process of knowledge from teachers to students. It is referred as the combination of various elements within the process where an educator identifies and establishes the learning objective and develops teaching resources and implement the teaching and learning strategy. Educators should identify which teaching methods will properly support a particular learning outcome. Its effectiveness depends on this alignment. To make the most appropriate choice, an educator should consider learning outcomes, student needs, and the learning environment. I think that's all from me. Thank you for lending me your ears.